Chapter 706. Don't be too saddened. We will meet Longbottom and Ella in the sky one day. But Nahan, yes, that's also why I'm taking the risk to meet with Duke Diarca. The sage quietly consoled them, revealing his inner thoughts. As you all know, the person who actually has the power to protect us is not His Highness the Crown Prince, but Duke Diarca, who placed him in that position. The Duke is soon to become the one who holds everything in this empire. He is renowned for his fairness, rewarding those with talent and loyalty regardless of their status. It was known fact that Duke Diarca, a man of remarkable skill, had been taking a common born knights with nowhere to go and impoverished nobles, improving the image of his house. Recently, he had been working to fill the private army of the Diarca family with awakeners. Although his motives were not entirely noble, the young awakeners listening to the sage were not concerned with that. Even if everyone in this world turns away from our brethren and the Star of Nagran, as long as he believes in us, we can stand proudly and prove our innocence. Nahan will no longer be able to torment us. If he stands with us, believes in our words, we need not hide anymore. Can you imagine our brethren who have lived in fear, hiding from the cavalry without committing any crime, emerging boldly from their strongholds to display their powers, living happily in a safe, warm place? Yes, I can imagine it very well indeed. Nezo's eyes filled with tears, his expression overwhelmed. I want to see what happens when all of these people's illusion just breaks. If we overcome this trial, we will all become new pillars of this empire alongside its master. To see that day, I would gladly sacrifice this aged body. Sage, for us to go so far. Tearful voices surrounded the sage, who smiled weakly yet with a guardian's kindness. Now, don't cry. It's tonight. We must hurry to Fourth Wall District by evening for Longbottom and Ella. For Longbottom and Ella. As they cried out, the sage lowered his eyes. His gaze was icy cold, contrasting the smile lingering on his lips. Tap tap. Gakane peeked in through the open door, knocking softly. Kana, are you busy? Huh? No, not busy. I was just about to return to the base. Kana, who had been fervently writing, smiled broadly, putting a period at the end of her last sentence before standing up. They were in the building gifted to the cavalry by the emperor during a party. Located near the base yet secluded, Kishir had simply renovated it into a prison and investigation facility for awakeners. However, it was quite different from a typical prison. Having been converted from a mansion, it was exceedingly bright and warm. Each holding area had bars and locks, but the facilities were so well equipped that at a glance it did not feel like a prison at all. But in truth, the entire building and its surroundings were thoroughly sealed using magic circles and the abilities of the members. Soundproofing and powers that dulled the perception of passerby were applied, making it impossible for ordinary people to even be aware of such a place. And in Kishir's absence, the person granted the authority to manage and use this building was none other than Kana Wand, the young deputy commander. It was assumed that the doors of this building would not need to be opened until Kishir and Yudhir returned. However, the unexpected explosion caused by the Star of Nagran forced an influx of individuals into the building, as the headquarters of the cavalry lacked space. Kana spent most of her time here, interrogating the captured awakeners. Kana asked her red-haired friend, who stood silently without stating his purpose. What is it? Is there something you need? While she could easily discern Gakane's reasons with her abilities, Kana chose not to use her powers for such trivial matters. After all, wasn't it for this purpose she had honed her ability to control her power? I was nearby and thought it's about time for you to head back to the base. Thought we could go together. Wow, you came to escort me? That's impressive, Gakane. Truly worthy of the praise you have received from His Majesty, Sir Bulanwal. No, it's not about being impressive. It's right to prioritize your safety. The people here are still too dangerous. There is a chance you could be threatened. And you have received the special praise before too. As Kana giggled teasingly, Gakane protested, his face flushing with embarrassment. Knowing he had truly come out of concern for her safety, Kana decided to cease teasing her good-hearted friend. Ah, right. Only a fellow initiate would do this. Thank you. Fellow initiate referred to the trio of either Gakane and Kana. While she was fond of all her colleagues, Kana held a special affection for the other two, who had been with her since before the entrance test. Gakane felt the same. What were you writing there? Gakane glanced at the paper Kana had been writing on, changing the subject. Names of dishes, places. There are some strange words here. Oh, this. It's the information I have gathered from the people here. There is so much, I can't keep it all in my head, so I write it down daily. When reporting, I extract only the important bits. Gakane was startled, realizing just how valuable the casually scribbled information on the paper was. I have written down today's information, so now I just need to check on the people under Priest Lusan's care before leaving. Want to come with me? Ah, those people who had caused an uproar because they bit their tongues? Yes, those people. Though referred to simply as those people, both knew exactly who they were. They were the most important and peculiar individuals among those captured in the explosion. The names Kana had gleaned from them were Longbottom and Ella. Though unconscious, Kana's exceptional abilities revealed that they were followers of the sage. That should have been enough, everyone thought. But not Kana. She had sensed something odd in the information from Longbottom and Ella. I keep being bothered by some strange information from these people. Before they lost consciousness, it seemed like something crucial happened around the time of the incident. To uncover this, Kana pushed her abilities to the limit, to the point of nosebleeds. Finally, she succeeded in discerning a piece of information that seemed to be the key. These people definitely encountered some kind of mental ability that day. Not Nahan's illusions, but something earlier, a power that could influence something related to life. And it seemed highly likely that this was related to the sage's brainwashing abilities. Having made this assessment, she summoned 2 members of the medical unit and then cautiously addressed the 2 who had just opened their eyes. You were followers of the sage, weren't you? Do you remember anything about what happened that day? Upon hearing these words, they suddenly bit their tongues and collapsed. There had been no warning, nor did they show any vitality to be aggressive. These individuals, who had barely been able to open their eyes and had not even the strength to speak, shocked everyone with their simultaneous actions. Fortunately, Lusan, whose divine power was unmatched by anyone, and Enon, whose past career was unknown but whose skill was surprisingly exceptional, were right there. Enon quickly administered a medicine he had prepared in advance, opening their blocked airways. Lusan poured out his healing power to stop the endless flow of blood. Thus, they managed to keep the 2's breaths tethered to this world once again. It was not an overstatement to call it a victory for Kana, who had delved into even the slightest suspicions without missing a beat. Kana stepped out of the space she had been occupying with confident strides. The corridor created by a cavalry member capable of attracting something through an empowered medium using a month's worth of energy had connected and separated paths that seemed unlikely to meet, making it easy to lose one's way when first arriving. But Kana walked out without hesitation, eyes fixed ahead. Upon reaching her destination and opening the door, Lusan, who was tending to the 2 lying on the bed, turned his head. Ah, you have come. I told you guys.